Anime Gaming, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, My Hero Academia, anime and Dragon Ball content on YouTube and the internet. The quality is in the name itself, Lord Perfection. And in this video, we're going to be going on a Dragon Ball Super tour as we talk about the downfall of CHADHAN. As we talk about the downfall of CHADHAN, yeah, aka Gohan, because a lot of people have been high on Gohan ever since his Tournament of Power fight with the Bay Kefla, and he got that little fluke draw, not even a win, a draw against Kefla. A lot of people have just been high on the Gohan character, wondering what Toro would do with Gohan. Well, you know, he showed up in this fight and a lot of people were hyped. He's going against 7-3. He comes in last chapter to try to save the day for Piccolo and Krillin after they got, you know, done up by 7-3. So Gohan is here. He's changing into the Piccolo uniform and whatnot, you know, throwing back to the little Tournament of Power design change, and he's going against 7-3. And this whole fight, it really goes back throughout history because 7-3 is really reaching back into early, or rather late, Dragon Ball before we got into Z, because he's using the stretchy arm abilities to chase Gohan through the terrain. You also got him going back to the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament by turning giant, similar to Piccolo. So he's really gotten all of Piccolo's abilities, and Gohan is just sort of overcoming all of these different little tactics. But then you got to remember, this is early Dragon Ball stuff. This isn't even Z. This isn't Super or anything. He's using like real low ball type stuff to go against Gohan. So he also 7-3 also goes back to the Android 17 and Piccolo fight by using the Hell Zone grenade technique, and you know, Gohan just sort of gets through that, and he gets behind 7-3 and does this sort of like energy bullet technique or gun technique or something. He's trying to be Yusuke Urameshi, and Piccolo's like, you know, they kind of felt like they won at this point in early on in the fight, because Piccolo's like, I don't like how you took out 7-3 that easily. I mean, you know, he got all my abilities. It's kind of, you know, making me feel some kind of way. But we also get to a point where he's doing all that other stuff that I noted earlier. But we get to a point where it looks like Gohan is about to get the W, right? It does look like that to the untrained eye. Gohan's charging up the Kamehameha, and then we get to the point in the fight where he pulls his trump card. So if you didn't know, 7-3 can store abilities. It's not just him grabbing someone's neck and having their abilities for a set amount of time. He can store these abilities at least up to 3, so say the manga. And the ability that he had was Merus. So when Gohan was charging up that Kamehameha, and this is a ridiculous line that Piccolo said, because Jocko had noted that, oh, if Gohan throws that towards the planet, it's gonna erupt, it's gonna be destroyed. And Piccolo's like, nah, he's just gonna detonate it at the surface. I'm just like, what? Really? That's the excuse we're going with for as wide as attacks aren't destroying Earth anymore? But that's besides the point. 7-3 is just sitting there, lying in wait, and he's waiting for this Kamehameha, and he absorbs it all. And he pulls it, like he's charging up. After that point, he starts pulling out the Moro ability. He's absorbing all of their ki, and he's absorbing it into sort of like a planet burst, similar to what Kid Buu did, you know, when he first appeared in Dragon Ball Z. But Moro is sitting there, and they're gloating. The little prisoners are beating the crap out of Gohan, and Gohan is getting bodied by this big Botamo ripoff bear wannabe type guy, right? But it was hilarious to watch. All these guys are just taking L's, and Moro's sitting here and he finds out that Goku and Vegeta are training. Like Gohan and Piccolo mention Goku and Vegeta, and they're like, oh, those two guys that ran away from Planet Namek. And they're like, nah. Piccolo and Gohan Grill's like, nah, they're training. They're gonna be back here. And this piques Moro's intrigue, right? He's like, you know what? I'm gonna let you guys live. Because he was shocked at how strong these Earthlings were in comparison to how they were 10 million years ago. So he wants to give them a chance to grow stronger, so when he finally does absorb the planet and all of the people on it, he'll have a more delicious meal. That's his only reason for letting them live. And we go ahead and we go off to Merus and Goku. So Merus and Goku are still training in the Room of Spirited Time, the hodgepodge one they came up with, at least. And it's kind of, it's just like they get word at Merus's spaceship that they got 2 months, get this training done, which 2 months to them is going to equate to about 6 months their time for Goku to get this training done and to finally master Ultra Instinct. That's the goal of it. So I'm looking at all this and I'm like, Goku, at this point, you've had several different experiences with the Ultra Instinct ability. You've had months after the Determinative Power. You've had months after the fight with Broly. And you got another 6 months. This is the problem with Dragon Ball Super for me. The time is so damn murky because you got months and months and months going around, and Goten and Trunks aren't aging. The other kids around them are aging, like Pan is aging, Bulla is aging, but these two mofos, I mean, that's another video for another time, but like the time span and also the final tournament at the end of Z Arc it should have been there, been done. Like this whole time thing with them, they're messing up by mentioning actual numbers and dates and stuff. So anyway, Merus and Goku are training, and Goku mentions that, hey, this entire time I've seen you in here, you've not eaten anything once. How is that? And this is kind of confirming the community's theory about Merus. But if that wasn't enough, you get a scene or a panel with Whis and the Grand Priest. And, you know, the Grand Priest is like, oh, you're trying to come ask me to save Universe 7 from Moro. And the reason that they're not doing anything, and I feel like this is the most BS reason ever, considering that Whis and Vados have, like, directly interacted with them on a day-to-day basis. You know, it just makes no sense. But the Angels rule says that they cannot interfere, and they have to remain neutral to good or evil. So the whole thing with that is that Whis is mentioning that, hey, have you become aware of what Merus is doing? And that leads everyone to have it confirmed that Merus is actually an angel, because what would be the problem with Merus interacting with Goku and training him if it wasn't a problem? You know, he's an angel basically. They just confirmed it 100%. But what I'm looking at here is, like, even in Dragon Ball Super's universe, this doesn't even make sense, because what do you call Whis training Goku and Vegeta to get God powers and to get, you know, their enhanced abilities? Vegeta getting his limit breaker form and Goku getting Ultra Instinct. What do you call that? So it's like, why is Whis and why would Grand Priest be concerned with any of this at all? It's like, hold on, mofo. It's like, you and Vados have been doing the exact same thing, interacting with these mortals, training with them, eating with them, parlaying and everything, and you want to point out Merus just trying to train this guy? Because I mean, it just makes no sense to me at all. Now, my theory about Merus is that I think he's one of these angels from a destroyed universe. Like, you remember that they mentioned that Zeno, that evil tyrannical little bastard that Lord Paragon has to erase, you remember they mentioned that he's destroyed several universes. Well, my theory is this, right? That Merus and several others throughout the different universes are angels from their destroyed universes. Because remember, in the Tournament of Power, the angels really, they did care, but they really didn't care whether their universes got destroyed. And maybe if their universes get destroyed, they're just free agents. They're like, well, we can go do whatever we want, and they're just free to go about any universe that they want to, because they're not, you know, constrained to their god destruction or their universe anymore. So I think that that's who Merus might actually end up being. He's an angel who is coming from a destroyed universe, and there's more like him out there in the world of Dragon Ball. So that ends the chapter, guys. If I had to rate this, I'd give it a 7 out of 10, just because I think everyone is fatigued over Moro's ability. Also, this whole training arc thing, they got 20 days to train. Jocko got them extra time, knowing how much time it would take Merus and Goku to train and get back to Earth and everything. But I mean, I think everyone's tired of Moro's ability. Also, what kind of saved this chapter was the downfall of CHADHAN. I think we can finally quit hearing about CHADHAN, because a lot of people did not want him to take an L to 7-3, but that's exactly what happened. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Of course, I've been your perfect being, the #1 anime gaming Dragon Ball, Xenoverse, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Black Clover creator on the internet. Of course, the quality is in the name itself, perfection. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, notification bell. Follow me on Discord, and follow me on my other sites where I stream and game as well. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.